former President Donald Trump.jeff Swensen Trump's lawyers unsuccessful tried to move the federal election hearing to 2026. The SCOTUS decision, which guarantees the defendant to take advantage of Powell, Alabama. Harvard professor Dehli Umunna told Post that the Trump team, who referred to the Scottsboro Boys case, was incredibly childish. When former President Donald Trump's lawyers tried push former president's federal election intervention to April 2026. Turning point for famous convictions of Scottsboro Boys referred Supreme Court's case accused of raping 2 white men and 2 white women. In the 1932 decision, Powell, Alabama guaranteed the right of a defendant to a reasonable time and a lawyer opportunity. The Scottsboro case attracted widespread attention. The men were quickly arrested, tried and sentenced weeks, and they could not have the opportunity to talk their lawyers before their conviction. As a result of Powell, men reversed their convictions, but the effects of the accusations did not disappear. As a matter, men had served for decades. By 1950, some of them struggled with decreasing health and violence. Trump's legal team argued that former president needs additional time to prepare a defense pointing to Powell, while Trump's legal team tried to fight the charges that presidential 2020 presidential election results. The U.S. regional judge Tanya Chutkan Atıf was not convinced, and the hearing will begin in March 2024. The judge said, "I saw that many cases were unjustly delayed because a defendant could not accurately review the discovery because he was deprived of sufficient representation or was taken into custody." Chutkan said that Trump, who was not imprisoned for a long time, had a deep situation specified in Powell. Dehli Umunna, a professor at Harvard Law faculty, said that Washington Post recently stated that the Trump team specified Scottsboro case was incredibly childish. The Supreme Court decided that there was a rejection of an open process because there was no reasonable time and opportunity to provide lawyers to Scottsboro defendants. Kenneth W. Mack, a law professor and at Harvard University, told Post to the Post Scottsboro case one of the place's American law. "It is difficult to believe that Trump's legal team will actually be convincing for any judge who will decide to appeal after the hearing," said. During a CNN interview last week, Trump's lawyer John Lauro tried cut criticism Scottsboro quote, arguing that Powell has routinely referring to legal summaries and decisions of Supreme Court appeals on right lawyer. "Therefore, we had refer this case and bring the court's attention the holding and legal principles put forward in Powell, Alabama."